Hey guys, welcome to Joke Punch. In this video, we are going to talk about BRICS expansion under India's presidency in 2026. And in this video, we are going to talk about that once again, once again. Okay, please stay with me till the end. This is not going to be a very long video, probably 10 minutes, give take, if that. But this is going to be a very important video because the developments that are going around us, for example, right? For example, Russia is signing a defense treaty with India. Then Russia, at the same time, Russia is signing defense treaty with China, and we will talk about that later on in some other video. But I have already uh, talked about and predicted all these things that are happening around us. And what's happening now with this country asking for India's help in becoming BRICS full member? So, meaning the BRICS full member is going to be from 10 to 11, which is going to happen. It's guaranteed. Okay. So, and then another thing that's happening around us is that Indonesia is also starting to donate money to NDB, National Development Bank, and all. So there is a lot going on within the BRICS, and these information, that news that's coming out, all these events that are happening, okay, these are all interconnected. None of it is happening in isolation. I can assure you this. All right. So stay with me till the end. Please do like and subscribe, and let's get started. All right. So let me share my slide real quick, and we will go from there. All right. So what exactly is the news? I'm not gonna drag this thing further. Let's get into the point. Okay, get to the point. The news is very simple. News is that Thailand says India's support to join BRICS under its upcoming presidency. The foreign minister Sihasak held a bilateral meeting with India's external minister of affairs Dr. Jaishankar on Monday to discuss the matter. Okay, he's discussing this matter. Okay, Thailand and India's foreign ministry is discussing this matter. Okay, now what else is going on? So, based on the news is this: the Thailand has approached India for support for it to in its bid to become a full member of BRICS. Thai foreign minister announced following a meeting between foreign ministers Sihasak and his Indian counterpart Subrahmanyam Jaishankar. The foreign ministry requested India's support. Now, let me actually start my pen real quick. Okay, so this way at least um, I can explain this much better, because this is going to be very interesting. The way I'm looking at it is that there's a lot going on in the Indo-Pacific right now. All right, and then there's a lot going on in this whole territorial claim at this point. All right, right now the world is focused on claiming its territory. Who's what is what belongs to somebody's sphere of influence. All right, so you have to understand this. Like, for example, US ships are in Venezuela, so that's happening for a reason. All right, and I had said this thing last year, in fact, in other talks, wherever I've given my talk. Okay, and those things are already happening, and I actually made a video on India and Russia relationship over there. Also, I have explained exactly what is going on. Okay, and there are certain other things that are related to my past videos in this thing too. Okay, let's go. So right here. So in joining BRICS countries, India's BRICS chairmanship in 2026. All right. The two officials also discuss foreign policy issues and current geopolitical challenges. Thailand reaffirmed its readiness to collaborate with India in various multilateral forums to strengthen regional integration. Regional integration, you have to understand this. Okay. There is a trade corridor from India that goes from India, Bangladesh, then Myanmar, then Thailand. Okay, and then it merges into the Indian Ocean and then goes to Indonesia and all that. Okay, and all that is part of India's IMEC, and that IMEC will be, one is India's IMEC towards the West Asia strategy, and the other IMEC will be toward the South Asia strategy. Okay, so now in June 2024, Thailand notified Russia, the preceding country in BRICS, the country's intention to become a full member of the association. In December last year, Thailand received notification from Russia from the kingdom's accession to BRICS as a partner country effective January 1st, 2025. Bangkok accepted Moscow's invitation to become a partner country, calling this step crucial on path to joining the association as a full member in the future. Okay, so those who don't know, Thailand already is a partner country, but partner countries are just partner countries. All right, they have certain leverage, certain privileges, but that's about it. But the real privilege in BRICS comes from being a full member. All right, then you get the voting rights, then you actually get access to NDB and all that. I mean, you get access to NDB with your as a partner country too, but you become a strategic part of a strategic bloc, right? So then you become a full member, and then you have the say in the strategic decision, and you have the support. Like for example, what happened when the tariffs were applied on BRICS? I mean, Brazil, for example, right? What Brazil did? Brazil immediately organized a meeting among the BRICS countries, and guess what? All those tariffs were immediately nullified. All these countries got together. They were like, okay, we'll buy it from you, we'll buy it from you, we'll buy it from you. And matter was sorted. And that's how it happens. All right. So now let's look at other things. Okay. Challenge Foreign Minister just asked Dr. Jay Shankar to So to remove, to support to move, and all that news we have read already. Thailand sees BRICS as an emerging economy, economic center of Asia, and a stronger, sluggish Western markets after inflation, supply shocks, and sanctions regimes. All that good stuff is there. We read all that right in the news. Now, the question is that why Thailand is important for India, and why would India actually support Thailand? And like I said, the Thailand and India have a lot a deeper ties. Okay, and there was a situation. Now I'll tell you, there was a situation just last year that that US wanted some sort of base or something in Thailand. Okay, so counter India, China, and through all the operations in Myanmar and all that. Okay, and that's one thing. Second thing is that so China was also fighting over there. Then India is fighting over there too. So all these countries, they're all right now. There's a great power game going on. So now Thailand sees that okay, that Thailand is next to India, and then there's a trade corridor coming. So Thailand sees it as a very important strategic partner to be with India. Why? Because you then by being with India, what do you do? You get leverage in the Indian Ocean region. And India is looking for partners right now to actually secure the whole entire Indian Ocean region. That's why India is in talks with Indonesia as well for patrolling the Indian Ocean region. Now, see, even though Indian Ocean is named after India and all that, but Indian Navy does not cover the whole entire Indian Ocean. Okay, it's just not possible to cover like that. So that's why they are looking for these partners and different naval bases and all that to make sure that the supply chain is secure. All right, and this is why you will notice that India and Russia are signing some defense pacts. All right, that's very serious defense pact, and I'm going to talk about that in another video. Then Russia is signing a defense pact with China as well. All right, so at this point, the way I'm looking at it is that after Thailand joins the BRICS, okay, after Thailand joins the BRICS, we will see what we're going to see is that India, China, and Russia will start to slowly and slowly merge together. Okay, and their trade routes and supply chains, all these things, they're going to start working on these securities. Yes, India and China have border problems. Okay, they have border problems, and those things are being worked on. But 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 because of that, are they going to let some outsider go and take over the territory and create their influence in the region? That's not going to happen. All right, so that's where the problem is, that they don't want any third party to come over there and take control of the region. All right, so and then at the same time also it looks like that, yeah, probably some may say that, oh, the India and Thailand collaboration is because they want to counter China. Actually, no, I don't think that India and Thailand collaboration is because they want to counter China somehow. Because China has a lot of influence in Thailand, so countering China is just not this strategy. That's number one thing. Second thing is that China is already working towards the polar Silk Road in the South China Sea. That's gonna be China's backyard. Mark my words. Okay, China is focusing on the Arctic because Arctic will be a lot shorter than taking the whole entire Indian Ocean route and then Suez Canal and all that thing. And China is focusing on the road via road, the trade corridor through Kazakhstan through into the Europe and all that. Okay, so by in next 5 years by 2030, Indian Ocean will become less important for China. So China is not going to really get bogged down and get into some sort of I would say conflict with India as such. Okay, and Taiwan, China. Taiwan is important for China? Taiwan is important for China for a very simple reason. It's not the semiconductors. Okay, forget about semiconductor. China already has built all kinds of semiconductors, so it's not Taiwan. Taiwan is not for semiconductors. Taiwan is because China does not want any foreign country, so called somebody a country that is outside the region, to be involved in Taiwan and have their bases over there and all that. Okay, because China simply is securing the South China Sea. China is not trying anything else. Okay, it's simple South China Sea strategy. They don't want anybody else in their backyard. They don't want any great power having their base, any kind of military influence or anything else in that their backyard. Okay, so now Thailand is an emerging economy, and Thailand will be between the two future uh, top economies in the BRICS and globally, that is Indonesia and India. Okay, so for Thailand to align with India and in the bloc where India and Indonesia both are there together, it's a win-win situation. All right. So and because of the trade corridors that are gonna go through, it's called BIMSTEC, right? So from what's gonna happen is that the trade corridors is gonna go from India's northeast side to Bangladesh to Myanmar. Maybe now with the bad relations with Bangladesh. So maybe no, but it's gonna happen though, regardless. Bangladesh is irrelevant at this point. So then Myanmar, and then after that to Thailand and all that. And then India has military base in Andaman. So having Thailand on their side is a whole that's always a good strategy. Okay. And that's another point is that India has always after tariffs and all that, India is looking for its expansion in the ASEAN countries too. Now, so Vietnam, Malaysia, Indonesia, and all that. Okay, so Thailand helps in that part. Okay, because if you look into it, ASEAN countries have the largest trade with China, and there is no competitor right now. So India wants to take certain piece of the pie from it. That hey, yeah, we need to start sharing now. Okay, that's what it is. Basically, the strategy is let's start sharing. Sharing is caring. Okay, so that's why India is working with Thailand so that some of the sharing can start. All right, same thing with Russia as well, that India is working with Russia so that Russians can start importing stuff from India, because Russia is looking for a, I would say, diversification of its imports from away from China too. Okay, so that's why addition of Thailand into the BRICS as a full member under the BRICS, under India's presidency, will be a whole different ball game, because India definitely wants to control that Strait of Malacca choke point. All right. And Thailand and Indonesia will be the key in that. Okay. So that's it for this video. I hope, guys, you learned something from it. Please do like and subscribe, and I will talk to you guys in another video. Take care.